Okay, now we are starting. So, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing great. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we're going to talk about target marketing. And as we did the last time, sometimes I'm going to share some screen with you, some information that if I think that you should write down or have a memory or take a screen picture of for yourself, then I would share my screen with you so that you can see what I need to see, what I need you to see. So I'm going to share what the role of marketing is with you before we go into what target marketing, because if you understand what the role of marketing is, then you would understand exactly why you need to target the right customers. Okay? Okay, so when you look at the screen right here, the role of marketing. It says identify customers, satisfy customers, and retain customers. That is what the role of marketing is. And how do you identify these customers? Because, and then if you identify them, that means you have to get the right customers for you. And that means then you have to retain those customers and you have to satisfy the customers. So that is where target marketing comes in. Because if you target market, then you would actually get um, the right customers for your business. But you have to target the right customers to get those. So I'm going to show you how target audience and target market interwove to give you the best and to help you grow your business. Because it's all about there's no point in having a business if you can't grow it, if you can't expand that business. So I'm going to share a screen because I believe in virtual learning. I'm a virtual learner. If I see it, I understand it and I get it. So I hope there are some people here who are also virtual learners with like me, like I am. So you see this diagram right here? It says the target audience, the target market. So the target audience is you're given a vehicle. The target audience and the target market have to merge, and that little space in between is the reach, the number of people for a defined market. For example, if you own um, if you own an extreme sports store, there's no point marketing in a retirement home. I'm not trying to say that some retirees don't do it, but that's not really going to be where you get your best of the best of where you're supposed to go. So if you own a laundromat, and you want to open a new laundromat, you cannot come to an area that is a suburb that everyone has a washer and dryer in their home. That would kind of defeat the purpose. To get something like that to work well, if you want to open that kind of business, then guys, I don't know why my light keeps flickering and it's light out, it's sunny outside. So if you want to do that kind of business, you have to look where the need is. For every business, you have to research and know where the need of that business is. So if you don't know where the need is, then the business is not likely. There are chances that it would fail because your business is targeting the wrong people. You have to get to know your audience and who your market is. So, what is a target audience? A target audience is a group of people that has been recognized as potential clients for a company. The demographic that are most likely to be interested in your product. And they're not limited, but including the age, gender, location, education, and socioeconomic status. So if a firm is trying to define its market, it has to first of all, find out who they're trying to target. So as a firm defining your target population, you must have help, you must design a marketing tactic. So you must have a marketing plan in place to determine your core clients. Defining a target enables you to focus and personally outreach to the people that most likely use your product. So you don't waste money trying to advertise, because advertisement costs money. It's not cheap in this day and age to advertise. So understanding your target market means that a corporation can focus on a specific, you have to focus on a specific target. You just don't say whoever. Some restaurants might say whoever because then people want to try new things. But if you're selling a service or a product, you have to identify whoever would need your product. Knowing who will be interested in and ultimately purchase your product or service is an important aspect of selling success. You have to know who you want to sell to. And that is why firms devote a significant amount of time and resources in defining and monitoring their target market. This is due to the fact that not all items and services are appropriate to all consumers. People these days, with the way things are, the economy, with coming off of COVID, things are hard. So people, you as a business, you don't want to waste your resources to selling to someone who's not likely or who would never ever buy from you. So, so a target market is evaluated carefully before a product is launched. So before you start, if you're in the process of if you're in the early stages, this is the perfect time. You have to do your research, limit product rollout, and focus on groups that may be used to be tested. You have to focus on a core group of people that will test your product, that will give you if let's say sometimes they're focus groups, you have to use the focus groups or whatever method your marketing team has to find out who is more interested. So for any business, defining a target market, it is critical because it can make a difference in what you sell and your profit. Because no business, unless you're a charity, but no business is in it to lose money. A business can make significant error if it doesn't know what it's aiming for. Trying to entice new clients or new consumers without knowing who you're going after is a waste of money and time for the customer or for the company. I'll repeat that again. Trying to entice new clients or consumers without knowing who you're going after is a lot of waste of money for the clients and for the company, and also for you, for whoever listens. They will think that you're not serious. They will think, oh, well, what, looking at me, do they think that I'll be interested to buy stuff? So they won't take you seriously. So the easiest strategy to identify your target audience is to consider the unique demands of your product or services. It is critical to first identify the source of discomfort, then ascertain who is experiencing it. For example, if you've discovered that building a website is a pain and decide to establish a website company, your next step would be to figure out who needs a website and who's having a problem creating one. If you're a website designer or anything, small businesses are likely your target, because someone who's running a business out of their home, if you're making a candle, if you have a candle business or you're doing arts and craft, the person is not likely to be technically advanced, so they might not know how to create a website. So that would be your target. But if you're a website developer and then you see someone who says they have some computer engineering, you don't market to them, because that would now defeat the purpose. So the more demographic information you can provide about your target areas, the more effective the business, the advertising will be. In this case, it will be advisable. It will be advisable to concentrate on small business owners who are less technically savvy, instead of focusing on small business owners who focusing on small business owners in general. So you have to know who you're targeting. So you have to understand what your business is. You don't need to be all over the place. That is the key to success. You have to first identify who you want to do. So the best way to identify is to segment the market. So instead of sending a general message to a whole audience, market segmentation helps you to tailor your content to the appropriate individual in the right way. This increases the likelihood of connecting with your ad or content, and for the audience to connect with your ad or content, leading to more efficient campaigns and higher returns. So types of segmentation is demographic segmentation, geographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation, and behavioral segmentation. And I'll go in detail because it's so, I know it sounds like big words, but it's really, really key importance, because I believe that everyone who is joining us today has have a business that they want to grow, that they need to grow. So that is why it is important, as you're growing your business, to not waste your time and effort and money, like I said before. So what is demographic segmentation? That is the who. And the marketing term is the who. So, demographic segmentation may be the first thing that comes to mind. This is likely the simplest method of identifying client group, yet it's still effective. Demographic segmentation looks at the character, like age, gender, ethnicity, level of income, education. For instance, demographic segmentation could target potential customers based on their wealth, ensuring your marketing budget isn't squandered on people who are not likely to buy your goods. So if you're selling a boat, if you're selling a boat, you don't go to low income families. That's a waste of time, because it's just a waste of time. So you have to know, if you're selling college fund, if you're selling a college fund, you don't go to a retirement home, because those ones have finished raising their kids. You go to younger families with younger parents and say, oh, I'm selling this, or if you're selling a retirement package, you don't sell to those who have already retired. You sell to those who would need it in the future, who are likely to be long-term customers of yours, who would likely put into those funds. So that's why you have to know the who of who your business is targeting. So geographic segmentation is the where. Is the location, the country, city, postal code, stuff like that. That is how you have to, first of all, before you can do all this, like I said earlier, if you're joining us just now, you have to know who your target audience is. That is where the research comes into. That is where you need a marketing team to do a research, to research your company and know the product you are selling and who is more likely to buy it. So geographic segmentation, on the other hand, is generally the simplest to spot, dividing clients based on their geographic location. And it's feasible, for example, to group clients with certain radius of an area. So that's why I don't know if you've ever, these days when you go on shopping websites, they always ask you, they want to know is it okay if you go on some apps, is it okay for them to use your location? There's a reason for that, because I have an Audi next to my house. Sometimes the stuff that are on sale in my Audi, if you go down to another area, it's not there. And then, so that's why, because Audi has studied that this area, it's young family with kids, so this is what they buy. So that's how you have to target. So you have to target, know your location, know the people around you, what they would buy and what they wouldn't buy. And also there's something in a geographical season, it has also seasonal segmentation. For instance, in Australia, is hot is summer and Christmas. So what we buy for Christmas gifts here, you can't sell that in Australia, because in Australia during December time, they're wearing shorts and that's their summertime. And then we're buying boots and stuff for our winter. We're settling into the winter time and they're settling into their summertime. So you have to have also, when you're doing geographic segmentation, you have to know the seasons of that area. So when someone is selling, if you're making mittens for winter, you don't come and tell me I'm launching a new product Easter period. It doesn't make sense. So while you're doing the geographic, not every product works in a geographic area at certain times. So you have to know the area and the time. And also we have psychographic segmentation, and this is the why. This is where you have to have a tech savvy and a marketing team that monitors the habits and the traits of your potential customers, their lifestyle, what they like. We know that if you Google, let's say you watch a video about something, or you Google something on your phone or on your laptop or whatever electronic device you have, the next thing you start seeing ads popping up of similar products. Those companies have looked at your lifestyle, your search habits, and they've looked at all those things. And then when you say accept cookies and all that on your electronic device, that is how it's a very powerful marketing tool, because it's more personal. It's more personal for individuals, because once you sign up, when you search for paint, I remember when I painted my house, and when I searched for the best painting company, for the next 3 months, all I got were paint adverts on YouTube and all that. So that's a very, very effective tool, because this one is more personal, because for me, it's more personal for the future consumer, because now just because we live in the same area doesn't mean that we buy the same products. You understand what I mean? So the psychographic one is more powerful in my own opinion, but that's my opinion. It is similar to demographic, but the characteristics are more mental and emotional. It's something that you're tied to. So that if, let's say for instance, you have kids. So if you're selling toys, if a parent had Googled Barbie, then if you have similar products that you're competing with Barbie, then that parent is your target. American Girl doll is an expensive brand. So if you have something that looks like it, but is cheaper and is the same, and then someone Googles American Girl doll, that is your target. That person that Googled American Girl doll is your target. You show them an alternative that, oh, this is $140, but mine is $50. Win-win. So that's how you know. And then behavioral segmentation, is the spending habit, purchasing habit, browsing habits, interaction with the brand, loyalty to a brand. So if a customer is always buying Michael Kors bags and they launch a new product, and you have something that could it's better quality, stuff like that, the brands they're loyal to. That is what a behavioral segmentation, the how, that's called the how. For behavioral segmentation is likely the most useful. To be fully effective, it requires a little amount of data, similar to psychographic segmentation. So, and then this one also, you need a dedicated team to find out the browsing habits of your potential clients. And then other types of market segmentation, though those ones I mentioned are the big ones, we have technographic segmentation. Categorizes and segments clients based on the importance of technology in their life. For instance, I went into all the years of my life, was day before yesterday was the first time I went into a GameStop shop. I didn't know what to expect, but that was the first time. So if someone's selling games, I am the wrong consumer for that business, because I don't understand why people PS5 and all that. I don't understand it. So you have to know what the clients are. So if someone likes technology, if you notice that they're always Googling or watching videos online about the latest technology craze, that is, if you have a new tech, that is your client. So you have to know, when it comes to promoting new technology, this could simply identify the groups of early adopters, people who go stand in line for the newest iPhone, and people who do that. So that's another form of segmentation. Another one is firmographic segmentation. While aforementioned marketing segmentations are primarily targeted at business to business, from a business to consumer, sorry. This firmographic segmentation is mainly business to business. So this would work better if you are a business owner trying to target another business owner. So this one is for business to business. This technique is assessing, identifying business to business based on shared company or organization qualities and characteristics. So that's what this one is for. This one is, you use this to know, and some of the things that make that some of the elements of it is industry, location, company size, status, number of employees, performance, executive, sales by stages. What comes to mind here is, I know that if you have a small company, a small business that you're trying to maybe you have a catering business, okay? And then you want to target businesses for their office luncheons and office parties. So you're targeting them. So you have to know the number of employees. First of all, you have to know if my business can cater to that. So this is what you use when you're targeting other businesses. You use the firmographic segmentation. And transactional segmentation is based on customers' previous interactions with your brand. While behavioral factors can be used, it also has a broader reach, taking into account the initial source of their registration with your company at this time, at the time of their order. So you have to know if this comes in handy when you have a client that hasn't patronized you in a long time, but they had been your previous clients. So now you want to get them back into the fold. You go back and see what happened, what did they buy from me? What was the last thing? So you use this one to do your research and to find out how you can get them back into the fold and target them. And generational segmentation is Gen Z, millennials, Gen X, baby boomers, the silent generation, which are among the most common. Certain preferences, the habits of the generation. So this is what you use. So if you have a product that you think that the Gen X or the Gen Zs or the millennials would find, would love, then you target them, because once you do the segmentation, it is also imperative that you do the generational segmentation to know, should I target the millennials, or are they better, or do they know what this is all about? So, and also life stage segmentation, where someone is at their right stage. So if a man Googles an engagement ring and their search history shows that they bought an engagement ring, well, if you own a flower company, if you're a caterer, and if you're a wedding planner, he's your target market. So life stage, if a woman registers at Target, when I was pregnant and I registered at Target, trust me, I got all kinds of leaflets for Pampers and all that. So you have to know the stage someone is in their life to target them. Now it's back to school. If someone is targeting some parents, couples or whoever, individuals who are in their 60s for back to school shopping, okay, fine, that person might have grandchildren, but that's a risk to take. But right now, I get leaflets in my car, back to school in my mailbox, because they have looked at my history and know that probably I have kids that are school age that are going back to school. So that's why you have to know the life stage, where your potential customer is at any stage in their life. And then we have the seasonal segmentation. The seasonal segmentation is the seasons we're in. So if you're a candle maker and it's Christmas season, you start making candles that people would love to buy. This one, for me, seasonal segmentation encompasses everybody, because if you celebrate, you just take a chance on this one, because if they celebrate Christmas, then you're making candles that look like baby Jesus and stuff like that. That's a decoration. That's, Easter, Valentine, Hanukkah. Those are one of the major holidays. And also back to school also falls in this stage. Although it falls in life stage, it also falls in this, because right now we're in the season of back to school. So what are the benefits of having this is it's visible, and it gives you visibility, and it gives you advantage. A well-executed marketing segmentation gives you ways to improve your business and help your businesses thrive. So you don't spend money and time and effort on things that are not going to be worthwhile in any stage of your life. So I wanted to ask, if I know we've covered a lot of things, because marketing segmentation is it's a target marketing is very broad. So we had to narrow it to what I feel would benefit my audience, because I realized that my audience are small business owners or startup businesses. So for you to catch the best, make the best of what you have to target the right thing. And if anyone has a question at this time, because I know I like to keep it at the 30-minute time, if you please have a question, if you can please ask anytime. You feel free to interrupt anytime and ask your question. But that's so when you do the live target marketing, when you target the audience that you want to target, so before you do any business, you have to first of all define who the business is for, who you're creating the business for, and who your potential clients are. We're not telling you to write off anyone, but you have to know who the target audience is, who you're targeting. That is like knowing yourself before you can start off it, because there's no point in selling something, product or service, where you don't know who needs it. So marketing is to satisfy a need. The role of marketing, you have to satisfy a need. So who needs that need? Who needs to be satisfied? Who wants my product? So that's it. Is it okay? We have a question. Is it possible to hire someone to do marketing segmentation? Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is possible for you to hire. That's why yes, it is possible for you to hire someone to do the marketing segmentation. They will do all the research and find out who needs your product. It is very, very possible. Yes, you can. And if you have more questions about anything that you need, you can always reach out to us at my email address is cokoro at picodmarketing.com, or you can reach us via our social media pages at Picod Marketing, LinkedIn. Yes, Picod Marketing offers these services. Yes, we do offer the services. We do offer those services. Like if you reach out to us, or you can if you reach out to us at picodmarketing.com, you can go to our website. That's our website. I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put out our website. I'm typing it out. That's our website, and then you can see that's what we do. And then you can also reach us at 24. If you're interested, this is our phone number, 240-473-2105. That's our phone number. And all our social media pages, we're all on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Picod Marketing That's our handle on all our social media pages at Picod Marketing. And okay, is it okay to target multiple? Yes, it's very okay to target multiple audiences. That's why you have to know, like you have to know multiple audiences, like the generational segmentation it covers a lot, because you can target Gen X and the millennials. Yeah, if you're selling, there's some product, if you're selling, let's say retirement, I'm going to use retirement package. Yes, you can target, if you're selling a retirement package or anything, something someone can use, stock markets, anything. Yeah, you can target multiple generations at once. You can target multiple generations at once to sell your product. If you're a TV shows target multiple people. Yeah, you can target multiple generations at once, multiple market targets at once. Yeah. Okay, I love these questions coming. Ooh, you guys keep it coming. Yes, you can. Racial dynamic. Okay, I have a question. How does racial dynamic come to play with each segmentation? That's racial dynamic. Let's say for instance, we have a lot of like if you have 4C hair, like when you have for the women here, you would understand. So I've googled, for instance, I've googled products for hair, and then the next thing, every black owned business would now target me, or every hair they would now target, knowing that what, this person has this type hair. So racial dynamic comes into market segmentation. If you are if you have if you notice someone's always searching or looking at a product, so that's when you target someone based on a kind of product like the hair. If you target someone who does hair, that's a racial text dynamic, because you can't be selling Vidal Sassoon to someone who had Googled Shea Moisture products or As I Am product. So because I wouldn't use that, for me to actually Google As I Am, then you don't need, then that that person is obviously an African American or an African or Black person. So that's how it comes. That's how race plays into the dynamic. Yeah. Ooh, good question. And also, the last in 2020, we had all those Black Lives Matters. I don't know what to call it. I don't call it riots, but whatever we had. So if someone has been going on that Black Lives Matter, you would know that chances are that they are Black. And then if you have a Black owned thing, you can target that. And then some business are unscrupulous the way they target. They would go into the poor neighborhoods and sell them Jordan Air. They target the kids in school of poor parents, and that's it. Okay, so I'm sorry we've gone past time, and I would say if we don't have any more questions, I would love to end the session here. We do that once a month, every month, for an informative session, because our passion at Picod Marketing is to help businesses thrive. So whether you hire us or not, or whether you use our services, our aim is to help businesses thrive and to help businesses grow. So thank you all for joining us once again today. And we want to say you all should have a very beautiful Saturday. Oh, wait, I have one more comment. Okay, so someone says, well done, more grace. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Lady J says, amazing session. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and entrepreneurs and business owners. And we look forward to seeing you again. Remember, if you have any questions, please reach out to us at our phone number 240-473-2105. Or you can go to our website and leave us a message or chat us up on our social media pages. Thank you and have a great Saturday. Thank you.